Welcome to Math with Mrs. Cox. We are on Chapter 11, Lesson 3, Hands-on Model Fraction Multiplication. We are on page 719. Let's begin. Okay, I'm going to need to grab my little highlighter here. You can grab a highlighter if you wish, or your pencil's just fine. I like blue. Okay. Find 1/3 of 3. Use repeated addition. Since the denominator is 3, each model is divided into, well, 3 equal sections, right? Okay, now shade 1/3 of the model. 1/3 of the model. Okay, easy. Helps if I get the right one here. 1/3 of the model. So 1/3 of each, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So when they're all added together, all the colored parts equal 1 whole, right? How many sections in the model are shaded? There is 1 of each section. Wow, that is not what I wanted to have happened. How many total sections of the total model are shaded? Well, there's 3 at the very end. Okay, last model showed 1/3 of 3, which there were 3 shaded and 3 total. 3 threes is equal to 1. So we can say 1/3 of 3, or 3 divided by 3 is 1. Okay, let's try it. Find the unknown in 2 times 3/4. Use models in the simplest form. So I'm going to hurry and do it over here on the side in the usual way I like to do it, the normal equation way. So that's going to be 6 over 4. 4 will go into 6 one time. There's going to be 2/4 left over, which simplifies into 1 and 1/2. So that's what the answer is going to be, but they want us to work through it with models, and that's okay. So divide each model below into 4 equal sections, since the denominator is 4. How you do that is divide it in half, and then divide each half into half again. There we go. Now, 3/4, say shade 3/4 of the first 2 models. So I'm going to do that with my little handy dandy pen here. And it wants me to do 3/4. So 1, 2, 3. My answer is going to be 1 whole, and then 2 out of 4. Yay! How many sections of the model are shaded? How many total sections are shaded? Very good. So then we know that 6 over 4 equals 1 and 1/2, which is what we got over here. So the final answer is 1 and 1/2. All right, we are going to be done with that page and jump on over to this page because there's lots of coloring involved. Coloring is fun. This is great for a crayon, colored pencil, or a highlighter. Okay, shade the model and find the product. Write it in simplest form. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to find the answer first and then shade second. Okay, so what we have is you're going to go like that, and then you're going to go 4 over 2. 2 will go into 4 2 times. Okay, and then you can shade it. So how you're going to shade that one is that you have a half. I need to get my little highlighter out here. You have a half, plus a half, plus a half, plus a half, and that's going to shade in 2 full sections, and our answer is 2, which is exactly what we needed to be. Okay, number 4. I want you to go like this. So it's going to be 4 over 3. Now 3 will go into 4. If you were to do it like this, would go into it one time, and there'll be 1 left over, and 3/3. 1 and 1/3 would be left over. So now we need to shade. So it's like repeated addition. So we have 4 sections that are going to have 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3 colored. And then once we multiply them, we're going to have 1 full colored in and 1/3 colored in. Okay, number 5. We have 10 over 3. Now 3 will go into 10 at least 3 times with 1/3 left over. Now we get to do the coloring. And it's going to look like this. We have 2/3, 2/3, because that's what this number is. We have it 5 times. When we're finished, we're going to fill in 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1/3. That's what it's going to look like when it's filled in. Okay, number 6. Go ahead and do the equation. So 3 times 2 is 6, divided by 3. 3 will go into 6 evenly, completely 2 times. So now we get to color it. And we have 2/3 right here. So we're going to color 2 out of the 3. 3 times, because that's 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. And that's going to equal 2 full bars colored in. Very good. Okay, hey, look at this. We can do this without any problem. Go ahead and solve. 1 times 6 is 6. 5 times 1 is 5. It's top heavy. 5 will go into 6 one time, and there's 1 left over, and I'm going to bring the denominator down as 5. Now we get to color. So what we have here is we have 1/5, 1 out of 5, 6 times. So you're just going to color 1, 6 times. And then when you're all done, you're going to color a whole one in and 1/5 for our answer. Okay, let's work this one out. 2 times 6 is 12. 5 times 1 is 5. Now that's top heavy, so we need to simplify it so it can look like this. I like to do it in my head. 5 will go into 12 at least twice, and there's going to be 2 left over. 2 left over. So that would be 2/5. So what we're going to do is we're going to shade 2/5 6 times. So we're just going to go shade 2 little bars. 1, 2, 6 times. And our answer is going to be 2 full sections shaded in, and then 2 little 5th bars. There we go. Cute and colored. Wish math was always fun like this. Okay, we are going to actually skip this page and bounce right on over to the homework. So join me on that page, 723. Okay, we're going to shade and use models. Let's begin. But first, I want to see that you work this out the equation way. So put a little 1 right here and multiply it across. 4 times 2 is 8. 1 times 3 is 3. Now that's top heavy, so you need to simplify it. How many times will 3 go into 8? 3 will go into 8 at least twice, and you have 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. So we're going to have 2, and then the remainder is 2, and our bottom number is 3. Okay, now comes the coloring part. You ready? So we have 2/3 that we're going to color 4 times. 1, 2, 2/3, 2/3, 2/3. And our total answer is going to be 2 and 2/3. So we're going to color that whole bar in, and then just 2 out of the 3 is going to be colored in. Number 4, 3/4 times 2. So 3 times 2 is 6 with a 4 on the bottom. 4 will go into 6 once with 2/4, but then it will be simplified to 1 and 1/2. So we got to keep our mind open for that one. Now we're going to color it. So we have 3/4 we're going to color 2 times. So color 3 of these twice. Then our full answer is going to be 1 and then it says 4 added, or 2 out of 4, or it simplifies down to a half. There you go. That's what your page should look like. Join me on the next page. Alrighty, number 3. Melinda spent 4 hours reviewing for her midterm exam. She spent a fourth of the time studying for social studies. How many hours did she spend on social studies? So here's what our equation looks like. 1/4 of the time times 4. And we're going to put a 1 underneath it because it's a whole number. So here we go. It's going to be 4 out of 4. So what does that mean? What does that equal? Yes. Makes a whole number 1 hour. And then you can see this equation. Now it says use models. So we can use models to solve this. So we need to draw a bar diagram that has 4 into it, right? And this total space is going to be 4. So 4 divided into increments would equal 1. And we want 1/4 of that. So that's going to be 1 whole hour. Okay, there we go. The equation is going to look like 4 divided by 4 equals 4 divided by 4, or 1. Okay, Cody wants to watch a new movie that is 3 hours long. He has watched 1/6 of the movie so far. What fraction of 1 hour did Cody spend watching the new movie? Okay, let's see. So we have 1/6, and this tells us it's times 3. So then we have 3/6, which simplifies down to 1/2. Okay, so they didn't quite reach a whole number, so they didn't reach the full hour, and it wants to know what fraction of 1 hour. Well, the fraction is they only watched a half of the hour. And their equation is going to say half of the hour. Number 5, the distance from Paula's house to the school is 5 miles. There are railroad tracks 1/4 of the distance. Okay, let's translate that. 1/4 looks like this. And there's our little clue telling us it's multiplication. So we're going to do 1/4 times 5. We should read the rest of the problem though. 1/4 of the distance from her house on the way to the school. How far are the railroad tracks from Paula's house? So 1/4 times 5, put a little 1 underneath it. So 1 times 5 is 5, 4 times 1 is 4. So that can be simplified down into 1 and 1/4. And here is our equation that they're having us write. But first you got to put 1 and 1/4 miles. And we're going to put 4 and 1 and 1/4 miles. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the end of your work. As long as make sure your equations are there because it's asking for proof that you knew what was going on. We did a bar diagram here and just the equations here.